Everyone, I haven't made a video in a long time, at least not a personal one. Like, I'm a We Are Freedom Fighters blogger, but not made a personal video in a long time. Rachel asked me, hey Rachel, how are you? She asked me how my parents reacted when they found out I had an eating disorder and like what their general reaction is. But I can't really explain that unless I explain my entire story, so I'm going to try to make it brief, but I don't know. Once I start talking, it might be kind of long. My eating disorder started when I was 15. I remember it exactly. I was going to a private school, and it was the first private school I'd ever gone to. Like, I'd gone to public school before that, but the work was really, really, really hard. And up until 9th grade, I had eaten 3 meals a day and snacks without fail. Like, my mom was amazing with that, and like made meals and made lunches. She was like awesome. But I remember, like, not feeling prepared for a test. And when I say, like, not feeling prepared for a test, I meant, like, I wasn't sure I was going to get 100 because I'm a perfectionist like that. And one of my friends suggested that I just skip lunch and go to the library instead and study. So I did that. But I noticed that when I took the test that it made me feel calmer because I was hungry. Because, like I said, up until 9th grade, I'd never skipped a meal my whole life. So it made me feel calmer because I was really hungry. And it also served the purpose of giving me more time to study. So I started doing that a lot of days when I had tests. And then it was every day. And because you're supposed to be growing at that age, like when I lost a lot of weight, it was really noticeable. So my parents like pulled me out of school and like started homeschooling me. But nothing was really said about it. And I guess I got a little better after a while, but not really. And a lot of this is really blurry because I was really sick at the time, so there's a lot I don't remember. But I do remember like jumping on my trampoline one day when I was like 15 and like remembering that I only had 5 things that day, and I felt really accomplished about that. And I also remember like my sophomore year of high school going to a physical and like weighing a certain amount. I'm not going to say, like, I don't think that's helpful to anyone to say your weight, but then just being happy because I had lost weight, and then like, but it was still kind of in a healthy range, so the lady didn't say anything, and I would have told her, but my mom's a nurse and she worked in the same building, so I didn't, and I lied and said that I was happy with my body, which wasn't true at all. And then my junior year, it got really bad, and I started skipping like every lunch, and it became a game. By this time, I transferred to a regular school. Like, I only homeschooled for 9th grade. But my junior year got really bad. I started skipping every single meal possible, and it became a game. Like, you know, get out of breakfast, and at this point, my mom was trying to make me drink a supplement because I like said I just didn't like breakfast. But I would try to get rid of that, and I obviously didn't eat lunch, and then tried to eat the smallest dinner possible, and I just became really focused on my weight. And I did get really thin, but my parents didn't really say anything as far as like eating disorder stuff, and I didn't even know what an eating disorder was until later. But they just I don't think they were really sure what to do, so they didn't say much. And because I was always small, like, not very much of an issue was made out of it. And I didn't find out what eating disorders were until the middle of my sophomore year when my chemistry teacher started talking about them one day. So I was like, wow, like, I probably have this. But I didn't want to give it up. Like, there's no way I was going to tell anyone, and I didn't have the words to tell anyone. It's like, how would you say something like that? So I just didn't. And I remember one day my senior year, being really super hungry. So I came from school and got like these Oreos out of the kitchen, and I don't know how it happened, but I remember eating the entire thing and like freaking out and purging. But then I was like, well, why restrict when you can just get rid of all of it? So I did that for a really long time and gained weight, so my parents thought that I was doing better. But by this point, like, I wanted to get caught, and I told them, and they didn't believe me. And then when it came time from college, I was like, you know, I really don't think I'm ready. Like, I have an eating disorder. Like, I'm not ready. I can't go to college right now. Like, could I take a year off and, like, go to treatment and then come back and then do college like next year? And they're just like, no. And I regret the decision to go to college when I was obviously so sick. But I did it anyway because I knew it was either, you know, sit around home and like not get any treatment or go to college and at least try. And I thought that my parents were part of the problem, so I just figured I would at least go. I did have a therapist at this point, but she didn't specialize in eating disorders and really didn't know what to do about it. But she was really helpful and she helped me a lot. So I got to college and obviously things just got worse to the point that the college wanted me to drop out and things like that. But I couldn't because my parents didn't let me. So that was really hard. And I remember like my mom actually sending me this song. It's called You're My Little Girl by Go Fish. If you want to look that up, you can. It's really nice, but I just felt really abandoned because the school wanted me to do like PHP or inpatient, but my parents didn't, and I just didn't know what to do. So I just kept struggling and kept struggling. But because I wasn't following through with recommended treatment, like the school refused to see me, I graduated from college still really super sick, and I didn't get therapy until I was like 23 when I graduated school, so I didn't get therapy until then. And I still have the same therapist now, and I've done PHP for a while, and I got better on my 25th birthday. That was my I Choose to Live day. Like, I'll talk more about that, but that's actually really traumatic, so if you want to know, let me know. But I consider myself recovered today, and quite honestly, my parents didn't have much to do with that. Like, we don't talk about my eating disorder. They haven't really helped me. Like, I think in a way they've wanted to, but that would mean accepting it. And they're amazing people. Like, I love my parents so much. And through this, I've learned that it's better to just accept people as they are and look at the positive, because if you look at the negative, like, you'll never have a good relationship with them. And I mean, my parents are never going to accept that I had an eating disorder, or they'll probably never say sorry for not helping me, because I know that they did the best they could. And you can only expect that out of people. You can't expect them to be emotionally supportive if they can't be, and I'll never know why they couldn't be. And there's so much I'd like to ask my parents about the situation, but I don't really know what to say, and I'm just grateful that I have chosen to look at the positive, and I love them despite all that's gone on, and I'm happy with where I am today, so I choose to focus on that. I hope you liked it, and I'm sure I left out a bunch of stuff, but I don't remember a lot when I was really sick. So if you have any more questions, just ask, and have a good day.